everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica and I'm a past life regression practitioner and ascension teacher, and I help people unlock themselves and reach higher levels of consciousness to help you along your spiritual transformational journey. And I have a lot of videos, information, channel messages here on my YouTube library, so be sure to check out some of those videos. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, tap the bell so you get notified of future videos. So today's video is about opening up to synchronicities and miracles and the powerful shifts that we can make in our mindset to help us along our journey to align more with synchronicities, our higher self, bringing more miracles to our life. So my guides wanted me to share this information so that you can learn how to follow that path or be in alignment for those doors to open up for you, for those miracles to appear so that you can flow with more ease and more grace through life and taking the opportunities, stepping through the doorways where your life will transform and help you into the new earth frequencies. Synchronicities are those little messages that we receive from the universe, from our higher self, that hold the frequency of source energy, of God, and they are when we meet in this physical reality with those messages that are coming through or with those experiences, they're kind of signs along the way that we're in alignment with whatever we're going through for the highest path, the highest timeline that we're on. And there's certain things that we put in place, experiences before we drop into human form, where we are reminded that we are on track, that we are on path, we are on the correct route, you could say, of our highest good. And that's when more and more synchronicities start to come into play and present themselves to provide the recognition and the acknowledgement that we're working and co-creating our life with the vibration of our higher selves, with the vibration of love, oneness, source, God, and the universe, so that we can continue along the path. And so it's important that we recognize those synchronicities when they occur. It's important that we acknowledge them and especially clear our mind so that those synchronicities can kind of fall into our lap and fall into our experiences, because they're really helpful, powerful tools, messages, whispers from our higher self, whispers from the universe. And it's important that we are seeing those now because they're going to start popping up more frequently. So how do we know when it's a synchronicity? So examples are, maybe you could have a dream about meeting someone or having a phone conversation from a friend or a family member, or even maybe someone that you haven't heard from a year. And then the next day, all of a sudden, you know, they pop up and you receive a phone call from them. Well, that would be like a synchronicity, and that is an intention to connect with that person. Or the synchronicity of when a job comes together and, you know, it's maybe it'd be something that you've known intuitively that it's going to present itself, and all of a sudden you bump into somebody maybe at the grocery store who is talking about, you know, this amazing opportunity and how his friend or her friend is opening up a position that is the perfect one for you. So that would be, boom, you know, a synchronicity. So now it's like divine timing and it's presented itself. So it's little things like that, just, you know, a phone call from a friend, and you might get little clues to that. Or, you know, meeting someone in whatever situation spontaneously, but yet it's a synchronicity to help you, you know, recall, oh yeah, you know, that is a message from my higher self. That does feel right. That is something I need to do. I do maybe need to pick up the phone and call that friend, or I do need to pay attention to that conversation that I had in the grocery store, because that is the relationship that I need to cultivate to get an alignment with that job that is perfect for my path, that is exactly what I need at this time or this moment in my life. And sometimes they can be very subtle, sometimes they can be huge, and it's important to have that clear mind so that we understand and can act on those synchronicities. And so oftentimes we feel when they do come up, like we feel a resonance with it. We feel like, oh my gosh, we know this is right. I can't believe this happened to me. And it can be some, really, really amazing things that occur in your life that just all fall into place, and it could all happen, just very quickly. So take some time to really clear your mind, especially in the evening before you go to bed, because a lot of this, like synchronicities and clues, tips, messages, are going to start dropping into our consciousness, our subconscious mind through dream time. And so it's important to start writing our dreams and paying attention, because we're going to kind of be getting alerts of little nudges. And when it starts to show up, you know that you need to act on it. And that would be, that synchronicity. So they explained, my guides explained, that it can hold us back at night when we are falling asleep with a very stressed mind, or a mind that's busy, that's running, that's going over, replaying things that maybe happened throughout the day, or worried about what you have to do the next day, and you fall asleep, or sometimes you're up not falling asleep and your mind is racing. And what that does is it affects those messages that we need to receive during dream time to come through. It kind of stifles our connection to source, to higher self, so that we can receive that information and those messages. So in our physical reality, those synchronicities align, and we're very clear that that is exactly what we need to hear, see, do, act on, be, whatever it is. You'll intuitively know, and you'll have a lot of clues that will come in that you'll remember. And so it helps to set intentions before you go to bed, and set the intent to clear your mind and release whatever stress that you might be experiencing. Focus on being present. Listen to meditations. And I know for me it helps to listen to really soft meditative music, and if I have those racing thoughts, those thoughts to just keep passing by and not stick to me and start creating bigger problems and growing within my mind. So they can come in, thoughts can come in, but we just need to kind of let them float by and not hook into our system, hook into our mind, because we often go down the rabbit hole with those and create issues and problems and stresses that actually are just completely irrelevant, and that we're creating them within our mind. I need to stand strong in my mindset, in my warrior energy, and know that I am way more powerful than my ego mind, or even my human mind, or my human side, my human aspect. And so remembering that, all of this, even this whole human experience, is just an experience. It's just for us to learn from and grow from and observe. And we get really wrapped up into this entire matrix system, and our minds can get very, very carried away. So very, very important to focus and clear your mind, especially during bedtime, before we fall asleep, to clear that space, and also set clear intentions on what you want to receive and what you want to create, or what you want to heal for that night. Call in ascended masters, call on angelics, call on any other elemental beings, And if you aren't sure which being of light you want to call in for whatever purpose that you need assistance with, just call on the most powerful beings of light that can assist you with XYZ for your highest good at this time. And they will come through, but you've got to give permission for them as well. And if you want to see more synchronicities and more miracles to start to occur in your life, set that intent and say, you know, I want my life to start aligning with the 5D. I want to start aligning with the purpose, the fulfillment, the abundance, the unity, the friendships, the relationships, the man, the woman, the soulmate, whatever it is, and set your intent to help you clear whatever needs to be cleared that could possibly be a barrier or a block from aligning with that frequency, with that energy. Sit at night, lay down, you know, and start touching your different chakra centers, your energy centers. Feel into where you're feeling any tightness, any resistance, any dense energies, and see what's, you know, creating that more dense energy within your body and what it could be from, and kind of asking for help to pull that from the root, because this is going to help bring in that more light, and the more light, the more higher aspect of ourself that's able to anchor into our bodies. Then we're able to tap into that flow and the synchronicities and the miracles, and things start to get much more easier. They flow with ease and grace, and things start to work out very quickly for you. It's when we get our systems, our emotional bodies, our mental bodies, our physical bodies get stifled with dense energies or limiting beliefs, lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, not feeling lovable. I mean, there's so many things that we're programmed with that are holding this energy that we need to clean up so that we have a very clear mind, body, and soul to anchor that light into our physical vessel. And you can get a lot of help at night by setting the intent of exactly what you want to clear. So take that time, and throughout your day as well, don't forget to take that time to yourself to connect with your higher self, with your guides, with the angelic realm, or whoever you resonate with. Go outside, connect with the earth, sit in the sun for 10 minutes if you need to. Take that time to ground, to center yourself, to clear your mind, to activate your toroidal sphere of energy, to protect your energy, ensuring that you're surrounded in light and high vibrational energies so that you can have a clear energetic system to help you keep evolving forward without these setbacks, without keep yo-yoing back and forth in life. Really, really important to take that time. And even if you only have 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, like if you find yourself in the morning, you waking up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really difficult to even go throughout the day. I'm feeling heavy. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling like I just don't want to get out of bed. I'm feeling like I'm just tired of my routine. I don't want to do this anymore. Shift your mindset around those, like your perspective, and be very gentle with yourself, and take that moment to say, hey, okay, I'm feeling dense this morning. I'm feeling an intense energy. Like, check in, is this coming from the human collective? Is this coming from my energy? Is this coming from, maybe you're out and about too much and you're around all the other people and you're an empathic and you absorb somebody else's energy. Like, take time and be like, okay, what is this? Like, let's take a moment and see if this is telling me something. Is this something just kind of surfacey? Is this something lingering in my energy field? Or is this telling me something that is deeper, and listen to that and just take those moments of time out of your day to clear what needs to be cleared, and just say, hey, maybe it was because you had to run a bunch of errands and you're running around and you were having to go into a bunch of stores, interacting with people, and your energy just absorbed some of it. And so you can just literally clear that almost instantaneously, and it will help you feel like you are in that higher vibration, which is very important right now. We need to hold that high vibration, but also, work through what we need to work through and feel the emotions that come up, but let them pass through us, and don't sit with them and then lay at bed at night and then let them run through your mind. Like, just take that moment if you're feeling that way, and clear them and sit out in the sun. The sun is so powerful. I cannot explain how powerful the sun is with the energy and with the frequency of just activating your light. Your body will heal you. The sun provides so much healing for your whole body. So just doing that, going on walks, grounding yourself, taking your shoes off, standing in the grass, noticing the flowers, listening to the birds, listening, feeling the wind against your hair, against your face, going in the water, taking a bath, just connecting with the elements. All of that helps and allows these, whatever's going on, to, if it's a deeper issue, if it's something like that is ready to come up, so you can look at it and release it. This all helps come out and then be released and transmuted, so that you can hold more of your light within your body. It can't integrate when you are blocked, when you have these things all over your chakras that are dense energies that are limiting your capability and your evolution. We're here on this planet, in this human experience, to learn about our relationship with Source, to remember who we are, to remember how powerful and actually high dimensional beings of light that we are, that dropped into this human form, and know that we aren't this actual human body. We're a consciousness, we're a light, and we're here to build that relationship with Source, with God, with that higher version, that higher aspect of unity and oneness, and remember that we're all connected. And we're here to clear any karma that we may have accumulated from previous lifetimes, to evolve into higher levels of consciousness, to learn the lessons that we need to learn as a soul, and really experience different emotions, to experience different lessons, to experience different situations. But we're not meant to use those to identify who we are and hold us back. It's meant to be looked at, recognized, acknowledged, and then for us to be able to move forward and learn from that and keep evolving, keep walking the steps up, keep going the path. These kind of things, when we have these limiting beliefs and lack of synchronicities or lack of miracles, it's just because we're out of alignment, and we have allowed so much dense energy to fill up our bodies, our mental bodies, our spiritual bodies, and our entire mind, body, soul. We have, different aspects of our body that things get stuck in, and, our physical bodies, when these things aren't cleared and we just continue to move the path without doing the healing, without doing the inner work, then we find ourselves completely out of alignment and into depression, or into anxiety, into stress, into drama, when we get wrapped up and hooked into this 3D matrix where we're stuck. We remain stuck in our life. So it needs to happen. We need to learn how to, master our mind, master our thoughts, shift perspectives on things. And, and especially now it can be very difficult with whatever's going on in the world. And, things are constantly popping up in our world so that we can shift so that it can help us get onto the right track, onto the right path of what we're here to do and how we can be of service to others. And if we just keep that in mind and keep seeing from the higher perspective, from an observer standpoint, and not get attached to all of these things, it's going to help ease that. It's going to help release the tethers and the cords and the attachments that we have to this old way of being, to this old way of the 3D world that we are dissolving. And sometimes it just takes a shift in your mindset as well. So, for instance, like if we have this to-do task, or if you're a mom or dad that has children and we have all these things that we need to do each day, we got to wake up and we got to feed our children breakfast and get them off to school, make their lunches, drive them, pick them up, take them to doctor's appointments, and it's like people are starting to get really bored and kind of frustrated with these mundane things that we're having to do. And it's like, okay, there's like more to life than this. And there's things that we're meant to do, and you kind of feel like irritated that you're stuck in this life, and it feels like sometimes like there's nothing you can do. And at this time, we need to trust that things are going to start opening up and falling into place to shift you into a new world, into a new earth. But it takes time, and we need a lot of patience, and it's one step at a time. But shifting that perspective to that knowing, to that belief, having that faith, so if you find yourself just in that, feeling bored and tired of doing the same routine and just feeling heavy with it, then shift your perspective on that and think about, okay, wow, what am I grateful for today? Like, look out your window, step outside, go to the sun, connect with the earth. And what I mean, like, shift your mindset. It's like shift your perception on life. And don't focus so much on what you have to do in this 3D world. So know that you have to, you're going through what you need to go through to get where you need to go. But take that time to look at how you can connect more with your divine self, with your true divinity, with your higher aspects, and it will help you navigate this 3D world without attaching to it and without feeling these difficult emotions and frustration that come with it. You'll be able to detach from that, and you'll be able to start seeing the beauty around you, and be grateful for the water that you get to drink, the home that you have, the bed you sleep in, the sheets, the pillow, the flowers outside, everything. Just start looking at that and waking up and going, instead of, I got to do all of these things, just say, wow, it's a beautiful day. Look at the sun's out, or, it would be great to go on a walk and just start shifting that. What am I grateful for? How am I, it's such a opportunity at this time to be here on earth that we forget to just pay attention to the smaller things, because we're so wrapped up in all the things that we have to do. And it's getting a little more difficult and difficult because we are simultaneously dissolving one world and creating another. And we're in between that. So we're like dissolving the 3D world, creating the 5D world, and we're in this like kind of 4D wave. And it's very bumpy. It's like a bridge that keeps rocking back and forth, and we're trying to walk across it, hoping that it doesn't break. hoping that we make it to the other side. Not sure how long we're going to have to walk on this bridge to get there. But trusting and knowing that no matter what, the new earth is being created, and we're in between these two worlds, and it's important to keep holding that higher perspective on that. It will help you, and focus on the beauty, focus on what you're grateful for, because there's a lot of people on this planet that that don't even have a home, that are suffering, that don't have food, that don't have water, and they would do anything to have the ability to wake up in the morning with a bed to make, with a home to leave from, with a car to drive, with children to take to school, with the opportunity for children to even be able to go to school. So shifting your whole perspective on all of that will really help you stay more in flow and in alignment. Miracles are everywhere right now, and they are going to be how things show up for us in the fifth dimensional world. It's, we're going to be able to create things way faster. It's going to work, working and learning how to work with the energy of the frequency of the cosmos and the frequencies of the universe. And we're learning how to do that. And so getting into that flow state is going to help miracles shift your life, quicker. So you may be feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to continue going to this job another day. And boom, a miracle happens to where it's like instantaneous that the perfect job shows up, or, money starts flowing in from other avenues, or there's so many things. It's unlimited what the universe can provide for us when you tap into that flow. So remember to take that time to continually heal. Dream time. Clear your mind before dream time. Set the intent of what exactly you want healed, what you want to create, what you want to activate in your entire body. Set that intention before sleep, and give permission to the angelic realm, guides, galactics, elementals. So many different beings of light are here to assist us, and that's going to help you receive those messages and activations and upgrades and downloads. If our mind and our ego mind and our busy mind is in the way, and my guides are saying that it's blocking that communication. So we need to free up that communication here, and then aligning with the synchronicities. So allowing the universe to support you, leaning on the universe, leaning on our higher self, having faith, having trust, and walking through the doors when they present themselves, taking that leap of faith when you need to, and you'll know when it's right. You'll know when it's coming from heart, when it's coming from your organic timeline. You will feel that resonance, and the more and more you shift your perspective on things, gain that powerful mindset, start appreciating and being grateful for the smaller things in life, and connecting to the energies of the earth, clearing with the sun, and appreciating that you're here on this earth at this time, and not getting so wrapped up into the routine of the 3D, because things are going to transform, and this is very, very temporary for all of us that are choosing this path of ascension and choosing the path to the new earth. If you have any questions or any other ideas or topics you would like me to cover in any videos, I'm happy to assist you the best way that I can. Be sure to subscribe if you have not subscribed, and I will see you soon on the next video. Bye-bye.